मैं तो चुप वहाँ की एक्टिंग अपने नहीं तो नहीं
जो हमारा प्रेम है 2036 तक ट्रेंड है। एक बच्चा पैदा हुआ, पूछो कि मेरी मम्मी कौन है, पापा कौन है।
इनको बता दो यहाँ से वापस यहाँ पे, फिर यहाँ से वहाँ पे, ऐसे तो है।
सुन हो सकता है यहाँ से डायरेक्ट C5 भी हो सकता है। फर्स्ट ही होगी उस पे जाएगा
पेपर कौन से हो या आप वाले थर्ड ईयर वाले
एक्सक्यूज मी, हेलो, फोटो शूट।
We are going to commence soon. I would request everyone to please keep your phone on silent mode. Thank you.
क्योंकि हमें तो आज पता चला और मैं ऑल द टाइम
ये तो उसने बात करी मैंने बात करी
उसको कॉल कर सकते हो मैं C5 में देखती हूँ
बहुत बेकार
लाइव जीवन में लगेगा ना
चल रहा है।
चल रहा है क्या अभी सेटअप हो गया
आ गया गेस्ट कितने बजे का
आधे घंटे पहुंच।
मुझसे शेयर कर लेना। जब वो एक शॉट में उसका ले लो लेकिन इसको प्लांट इसका पिक्चर एक शॉट प्लांट चलने साथ में लगाया
एक फुल लीटर का पौधा। हाँ
এই
মই তোলা নাই কভাৰ কৰা নাই মই
নহয় এনেই তাত তুলিছোঁ
এই কেমেৰা চাওঁ মই কাম ইয়াৰ ওই প্লেন का पिक्चर में
आगे आगे
Marshall McLuhan said it right. There are no passengers on spaceship Earth. We are all free.
Anything else you are interested in is not going to happen if you can't breathe the air and drink the water. Don't sit this one out. Do something. You are by accident of fate alive at an absolutely critical moment in the history of our planet. Carl Sagan.
A very good morning to one and all assembled here for the 3-day youth conference on the focal theme Youth for One Earth, One Future, Climate Change, Sustainability, and Sustainable Practices. Today is a significant day for Harikram as we come together to celebrate the inauguration ceremony of the 6th edition of Harikram Model United Nations Environment Assembly. We had a successful first day of the conference yesterday as we inaugurate the 5th edition of the Delhi University Sustainability Forum and conducted the informative plenary session and the energy-filled school students' conference. It is with great hope and a sense of purpose that we continue this remarkable green journey ahead.
Today, we are assembled for the inauguration of Harikram Model United Nations Environment Assembly. For the Green family of Shahid Bhagat Singh College, it is not just a ceremonial event, it symbolizes a commitment to our mission, a commitment to making a difference, and a commitment to the values that define us. It marks the beginning of a new chapter in our journey towards sustainability that will be filled with innovation, growth, and positive change.
As we commence this inaugural ceremony, I, Ujjwal, alongside Anshika, invite each one of you to embrace this moment with a sense of purpose and optimism. It had been rightly said by Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the United Nations, that the world is reaching a tipping point beyond which climate change may become irreversible. If this happens, we risk denying present and future generations the right to a healthy and sustainable planet. The whole of humanity stands to lose. As we are moving towards rapid globalization, industrialization, and modernization, our consciousness towards the earth is at an all-time low.
Overexploitation of non-renewable resources coupled with the underutilization of renewable sources of energy is shaping the natural balance of ecosystem. Climate change is a driving force behind global temperature outbursts, leading to extinction of many aquatic and terrestrial lives. And there is a lot of biodiversity that is threatened with the same fate. The question really is not what can be done to negate the effects of climate change, but how can we correspond with climate change and slow it down by adoption of sustainable practices in our day-to-day lives. With this purpose in mind and building upon the theme of India's G20 presidency, Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, the focal theme of Harikram Model UNEA 2023 is Youth for One Earth, One Future, Climate Change, Sustainability, and Sustainable Practices.
Now I request everyone to please rise up for the University of Liverpool.
apologies for the technical error. So, we'll begin with
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का लोक सकल वसुधा निज कुटुंब की भावना संस्कृति सनातन आधुनिक शिक्षा पुरातन ज्ञान धाराओं का संगम
देश की स्वाधीनता जित भूमिका शत कोटि वंदन
निष्ठकृत सत्यम के मंगल दिव्य भावों का समागम
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
भव्य महाविद्यालयों के परिसरों से चिर सुशोभित श्रेष्ठ गुरुजन कर रहेंगे छात्र और छात्राएं बीच
सदचरित्राचार पावन साधना संकल्प सीयम
नवल वैश्विक चेतना नव क्रांति संस्कारों का उद्गम जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का लोक अनुपम
श्रेष्ठ सुंदर दिव्य दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय विहंगम
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का लोक अनुपम
ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
ज्ञान का लोक अनुपम
ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
thank you everyone. We, people of India, have all grown up hearing, believing, and practicing the age-old time and maxim Atithi Devo Bhav. I request our convener, Ms. Jyoti Varshane, to welcome our chief guest, Mr. Atul Bagai, with a potted plant.
Now I request our principal, Professor Arun Kumar Akki, to welcome another special guest who has joined us today, Ms. Gayatri Raghuva, Education Consultant at UNEA.
May I now request the principal sir and the convener of Harikram to call the revered guest, Mr. Atul Bagai and Ms. Gayatri Raghuva to the dais. Moving ahead, I would request Dr. V.A.V. Raman, the staff advisor of Harikram, to deliver his opening remarks. Please, sir.
Good morning to all. Honorable Mr. Atul Dave, the United Nations Environment Program India, the head of the UNEA in India. Ms. Gayatri Raghava, my teacher. Our principal, Sir Arun Kumar Athi, convener Jyoti Vashne, members of Health Club Society, other teachers, students, and all participants representing as delegates for the model UNEA. In this hall, this is the third UNEA getting held, the model UNEA. It was in 2012, September 7, 2012, established Health Club. And in 2014, I was just mentioning to that 2014, sometime in July, when the first UNEA was held at Nairobi, the students came to me and said that everyone has the model UN, and the MUN held in different institutions across the country, and the UNIC, United Nations Information Center, do give permission and takes the draft resolution. But what about environment? We have the Environment Society. Why should not we hold the first model UNEA? And simulation was done in September 2014 at the South Campus, which the then University Vice Chancellor Professor Dinesh Singh had got. Followed that, as different UNEA being held, initially it was decided for every year, then it became once and twice, 2 years. We also followed the same, and recently in February, the 5.2 UNEA was held. Last year we had it online in 21, and we are in 23. Again, we are here for a physical assembly that we are holding it, and we are really fortunate enough to have the head of the unit coming here and getting it open for all of us. I think so there can't be anything better than this. And just to mention out that the different aspects that we discussed in 2014, it was climate change and development conflicts. The focusing of 2016 was sustainability, development goals, the way forward. In 2017, making sustainable. 2019, environmental diplomacy on global health. 2021, that was just at the time of the pandemic. COVID-19 and its impact on SDGs targets. And then now, in 2023, we are here assembled for Youth for One Earth, One Future, climate change, sustainability and sustainable practices. I'm really happy that we are able to continue this, and with all the support of different organizations and from UNEP India, we should continue holding the simulation of this and make the students daily aware how to address, how to take up different issues, and try to actually go by their motto and tag note beyond the boundaries. So they should achieve many other projects that they are able to take up with the different guidance from the UNEP education department, that we are able to take up different issues and address them and really contribute in the development of society, as well as address different aspects of it.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insightful and encouraging words. Taking the proceedings further, I now request the principal of our college and patron of our club, Professor Arun Kumar Athi, for his welcome address.
Very good morning and namaste to all the dignitaries on the dais. And special welcome to Mr. Atul Dave, who is country head of the United Nations Environment Program, and Gayatri, who has also spared her time to come to this conference, and the organizers, Dr. V.V. Raman, to Ashwina and Rita Oshan and all the colleagues of the morning college and the students and the entire team. I am seeing that they are working tirelessly. Yesterday also I saw enthusiasm, and this enthusiasm is continuing. So I will not like take much time. And first of all, I am sorry for getting late, not feeling well for past few days, and I understand that a lot of protocols are there, and I'm happy to see that students are maintaining this enthusiasm, and I think this one more day is going to be there, so this enthusiasm will continue. So welcome you, sir, and thank you everyone for making this event a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivating words. This motivation keeps all of us dedicated towards performing our task with utmost sincerity. Without further ado, I want to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Atul Bagai. Mr. Atul Bagai is the head of United Nations Environment Programme India. He joined UN Environment's Ozone Action Programme under the Montreal Protocol as the regional officer for South Asia in 2000 and served as senior regional coordinator to build the capacity of sub-regional networks in Asia and enable them to meet the compliance targets under the Montreal Protocol. In that capacity, he spearheaded and led some innovative initiatives with the executive committee of the Multilateral Fund.
Sir was also instrumental in designing and developing synergies between ozone depleting substance phase out and climate change in Maldives and Bhutan, green procurement policies in Mongolia, taking into account phase out of ozone depleting substance as a legislation, a study of carbon credits and ozone depleting substance destruction in Nepal, and most recently the hydrochlorofluorocarbon phase out plan for India that included energy efficiency and the cold chain.
Indeed, the Green Bicycles feel truly privileged to welcome you, sir, to our college today to open the 6th Curriculum Model UNEA and enlighten us with your experience, expertise, and words of wisdom. Sir, I kindly request you to come and declare the 6th Curriculum Model UNEA open and deliver your inaugural address. Please, sir.
Good morning, students. Respected principal sir, conveners, all the faculty, all the students from various colleges in India. It's indeed an honor to be speaking to the students here. And I'm reminded of being also an alumni of the university, how we used to hate having chief guests in the room and waiting to give long speeches. So I'll certainly not give a long speech. I'll try to be very short. And I do understand that this unique work that you started is something that, as far as my knowledge goes, doesn't happen anywhere else in India. And we were just talking before this, probably, I don't think any other college in the world organizes a mock UNEA. And from that perspective, it's certainly an honor for inviting UNEP for this very important event for the students. I also, wherever I go and talk to the young people in India, in various colleges or schools, I'm often reminded of one of our champions of the earth, Afroz Shah in Bombay, who got the Champion of the Earth award in 2018, and that's the biggest award UN gives in the field of environment. And he basically works with kids to clean up the Warsaw beach every weekend, and then waits for the whole week for the beach to become dirty again, and then he brings 3,000 to 5,000 students to bring over the weekend to clean them up. And he always starts the cleaning up with an apology to the young generation whom he has called. that it is our generation that has really spoiled this Mother Earth. Whatever crisis you see from an environmental angle is a result of the efforts and the war that our generation, my generation, has waged against nature and against the earth. And we are leaving behind a Mother Earth that you need to clean up. And this is the apology that I also want to give, that we've not done our act properly, and we are looking forward to your generation, on which we have a lot of hope to really clean up the mess that we have created. And with that background, I think an initiative like this is a very important one. And it's also unique in the fact that the United Nations Environment Assembly is something that started also post 2012, when the General Assembly decided that environment is such a huge issue that it should have its own ministerial assembly to discuss the environmental issues. And while you are organizing your UNEA now, we would be having the UNEA in February in Nairobi. And I'll also request Gayatri to check up with our headquarters how we can link up what they are doing here with the actual UNEA that's going to happen in Nairobi. Because there is certainly a youth vertical that is organized along with the UNEA. And I think if we can prepare a report and send it to our headquarters, to the organizers of UNEA, I think a very good linkage will be set up. And this could be a very good example that can be showcased in the UNEA in Nairobi for other colleges and other universities in the other countries. And I think the UNEA this year, and so is the case with the UNEA you are discussing in the next 2 days, is really very, very important. And I like to quote my executive director, Inger Anderson, who recently talked about why UNEA 6, which we are going to have in February, is so very important for the world, for the humanity. And I'll quote, in a time of growing environmental planetary crisis, UNEA 6 is about delivering a powerful multilateral push to restore harmony between humanity and nature and improve the lives of the world's most vulnerable people. Unquote. And I think that is the message that is also coming out from your UNEA, where you have made the theme of Youth for One Earth, One Planet. And I think this is the most important, crucial, critical time we are all going through, where we are facing a triple planetary crisis of nature, crisis of climate, and crisis of pollution. And I think there is no better time than this to really focus on why an institution like yours and why an event like this is so important to the whole world. And unless we all can come together to start looking at environmental mitigation, I think as the MC quoted about Kofi Annan's time, that these changes that are happening could become irreversible. But I do see a hope in the youth, and I do see a hope on a very recent initiative that the Prime Minister of India launched called Lifestyle for Environment. And I think that is a clarion call for all of us, for you, for us, in our generation, to really look at individual action and how can, as an individual, contribute to environmental mitigation. And my request to the conveners would be that in these 2 days, we are going to discuss a variety of issues. And I was going through the list, and I was flabbergasted. The depth of the issues we have chosen to discuss over the next 2 days, ranging from climate change to circular economy to energy to nature and to pollution. If you can also deliberate on how individual action can actually lead to a change or a transformative change in all the areas we are going to discuss, I think that will be a very important outcome. Because India really has taken a leadership role at a global level to showcase that individual action is an important element of environmental mitigation. I am very thankful and for not only inviting us for this, I'm also thankful for the fact that I understand that you all are also very closely involved with the Tight Runners Plastic Challenge, and Gayatri, who's our leader in that, and inspires all of us, is doing some phenomenal work, and I also understand that your college has done some phenomenal work, and we would certainly like to support that further in the coming years. Thanks a lot for inviting us, and I declare UNEA, Walk UNEA 23 open.
So, a mere thank you is not enough for all the immeasurable length of knowledge, experience, and motivation that you managed to squeeze into those few minutes. We truly feel blessed to have you here with us.
Now, I would request Ms. Gayatri Raghava, Educational Consultant at UNEA India, to grace the assembly with her words. Please, ma'am.
Good morning. I didn't know that I had to speak, but anyway, now that I'm here, all I can say is I think quite a lot has already been said by Principal Raman sir and also Atul Badaji. So I'm not going to go. I know that many of you have been, I've seen you consulting your notes and looking at preparing your points as to what are the questions that is going to come up and how you're going to be defending. And I think this is a great, great platform where you really develop leadership skills, because it's always different when you think from another point of view. We here and these kinds of model UN or model UNEA helps you to think from a different perspective. I mean, you don the hat of a different country, maybe a different development stage, and you're trying to look at the environment from their perspective. So I'm sure it's going to be a very, very exciting 2 days that you're going to have. And I wish you all the best. And it is always a pleasure to come back to Shahid Bhagat Singh College. And as Jyoti ji was saying, it's like coming home all the time. I mean, I worked here for 6 years, not in this campus, in your Kadaji campus, Govindpuri campus. And it's always a pleasure to, and I still remember what motivated Raman. He used to be outside, we didn't have canteen, so we used to have the dhaba outside, chota sa. And that's where we used to be sitting, and all the class, Raman's class, everybody used to be working on their project. And I remember that was a very, very fiery bunch. And I'm sure all your students are the same. So all the best, and have a great time discussing and deliberating. And I look forward to your declaration and resolutions, and something for me to carry it forward, and maybe with Atul sir's help, take it to Nairobi and project it as a youth voice from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We truly feel honored and happy to have you here with us. Before proceeding to the first session of the Health Model UNEA 2023, let us introduce the executive board which is going to conduct the assembly. So, to start with, we have Mr. Lakshya Yog, who is the president, Mr. Rishikesh Jha, the vice president, Ms. Prerna Raman in the role of reporter, and Ms. Upnita Chakrabarti, who is entrusted with the role of the editor-in-chief of the International Press. I would now like to request the ED to present a copy of the procedure to the chief.
Now I request our principal, Professor Arun Kumar Atri, convener Ms. Jyoti Varshine, and staff advisor Dr. V.A. Raman to present a small token of gratitude and a token of remembrance of this day to our chief guest, Mr. Atul Bagai.
We again thank you, sir, for sparing some time from your hectic schedule for this event. We all are grateful to you for blessing us with your presence.
Before we proceed further, we would like to show you a captivating visual journey that encapsulates the essence of Haritum. And for this, I would request the dignitary on the dais to please proceed towards the couch.
This was the video representation that embodies the very spirit of who we are, what we stand for, and what we do.
Now again, I request our patron, convener, and staff advisor to escort the dignitaries to the dais. Now, as we draw towards the end of the inaugural ceremony, I request Dr. Komal Agarwal, Faculty Coordinator for this youth conference, to deliver the formal vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. I'm truly honored to present this vote of thanks on what I consider to be a historic day, because the UNEP India head has come physically to our college to bless us. So though we've been holding the UNEA since 2014, this is our 6th edition, and sir has come to the college, and there could not be a greater honor than this. For the Haritram students, teachers, Shahid Bhagat Singh College, and all the delegates, you're really lucky here. So thank you so much, sir. I don't think I'll have enough words to express our gratitude for your arrival to the college today. I also thank Gayatri ma'am. She's been our biggest cheerleader outside the college. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming to our college and blessing our students. The executive board members, Laksh, Rishikesh, Upanita, and Prerna, they are all working professionals now, but they have taken time out from their busy schedules, and they have been conducting the UNEA in the past as EB members, and they have done a fantastic job in the past. I'm sure this UNEA is also going to be a success with them spearheading the team. All the 50 delegates representing different nations and organizations who have come to the college from many universities from Delhi NCR, many colleges of University of Delhi, and some of them are our own students from the morning and evening college. I welcome you all and thank you all for participating in this 2-day UNEA, mock UNEA. Of course, this vote of thanks will be incomplete if I do not thank our chief patron, our principal, Professor Kumar Atri. Sir has been extremely kind to us. He's been our beacon of hope and inspiration. He gives us a go-ahead with every demand that we make to him, because we know he knows the change that we are bringing to the college. So thank you so much, sir. Our convener, Dr. Jyoti Varshney, and our staff advisor, Dr. V.A.D. Raman, who have been in the college till 11 p.m. the last few days, the entire week. And our student members, I cannot thank you enough. They have left the college at 3 a.m. on certain days to ensure that there is no glitch. And in spite of that, there were a couple of glitches. So I apologize on their behalf. And we'll try to make it seamless from the next time to the best of our abilities. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I would like to request all the dignitaries alongside our gathered audience to please stand for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जय गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, everyone. We'll begin with the opening session of Haritram Modern UNEA in 5 minutes. But first, let us all have a group photograph.
Thank you.